Hey folks, my name's Wally McClure, and I do a talk on startups. And I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, it'd be great if you kind of break that talk up and you know give me some more detail and some more this and that." So um, I, that's what these series of short videos that I'm working on are designed to do. So hopefully, so basically, what the idea is that these are 10 or so things that you need to do or watch out for to get your startup into first gear. And the general idea here is that you are a software based technology startup. If you are something else, if you're trying to do neighborhood nuclear reactors, this talk really isn't of much value to you. If you are trying to do a biotech, this talk is really not of a lot of value to you. So let's just just want to do a quick introduction on who I am. Like I said, I'm Wally McClure. Um, First startup that I worked at was a web-based multiple listing service for real estate. And you're probably going, "What's that? Is that like Zillow?" No, 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 no. Um, Realtor associations that are regional, they have to collect their data, and that is done through a multiple listing service. So we built the first one of those that was web based. This is going back 25, almost 30 years ago now. There were MLS systems before, but they all had some kind of application. There was some proprietary data structure, blah, blah, blah. And so we built the first one that was actually web-based, based around open standards, could get at the data relatively easily. The second one that I've done, misspelled domain name search engine. So yes, if you type something in wrong and go somewhere that gives you links to go click at, I was part of the first group that scaled that. In fact, we were in the top 5 of internet search engines at one time. Google, Yahoo, us. And I was just flabbergasted by it. Did a location based search service. Basically, as I say, the guy running it, who was in charge, had the original idea, had gone out, pitched an investor. The investor would have done better if he'd just taken the money and lit it on fire. So, long story short, though, one of the things that I learned about from that is it's really, really, really important to go talk to users. This guy had a idea of, he wanted to be kind of like Yelp. But the problem was he thought that mobile was laptops and Wi-Fi or laptops and Ethernet cables, and that's just not what mobile is. Mobile is it's the iPhone, it's Android, it's tablets. Yes, you can do stuff with laptops and mobile or laptops and web and all that, but predominantly mobile is these little devices that we use. And so that was one of multiple problems that he had. Another one was he had this original idea and he wasn't getting off of it. And I remember going, after 15 months of floundering, as I called it, going and talking to people and finding something that would work. And, I finally, it's funny, sometimes you get kind of this flash of brilliance that hits you. And I'm talking to people, and this one girl says, "Hey, if I could hit a button on my BlackBerry," because back then Blackberries were a thing, hit a button on my BlackBerry and it would notify all the people who I'm friends with that I'm here, and then you collect data and you can say what places are popular. And I was like, "Oh my God, that's brilliant." And I presented that, and all I heard was, "Not my plan. That's not my plan. That's not my plan." Well, the users don't want your plan, because if the users wanted your plan, everything we had was publicly available. So you would see some kind of slow growth in traffic, but we never did see a slow growth in traffic. So, it just wasn't the right thing. And what I learned from that, the importance of talking to users, the importance of the pivot, and have some mechanism where co-founders can't get rid of each other. Because you've got to have that. You've got to have that. And, you have to treat them fair, but you've got to have that. So, there's lots of pieces there. Real-time golf scoring, tried that, got stuff that worked. Golf pros hated it. Just no other way to say it. I've also tried to work with a bunch of startups, but the problem is it's, the arrogance. I just need, what I've figured out is when you try to get a startup to pivot and the startup, they won't pivot, what they're really looking for you for is for free labor to keep working on their thing that's not working. So they want to keep rowing in a direction of danger. They want to keep rowing towards the falls instead of going to where you can be successful with the pivot. So it's a funny dynamic that I've seen. I do some angel investing a little bit, not a lot, because I've got other things that I deal with. And then also I do a lot of software development, written a number of books, articles, training. Also, I don't have it mentioned here because I keep forgetting to add it in, but I do real estate with our family's real estate business. In fact, I run it now. So lots of things that I do. And I want to leave you with one thought as we get started here. And that is that everything I'm going to say are things that I've been directly involved with. They're things to me that make sense on how to do things. There also seems to be a lot of startup domain knowledge that I'm presenting. I'm going to be honest. You can do the exact opposite of what I'm saying in here, and you may actually go and be successful. Okay? So nothing in here is like hard and fast. This will make you successful, but these are things that have made me successful. These are things that tend to make other startups successful. So you want to pay attention to them. Anyway, thank you, and I hope you enjoy this short series. Thanks. Bye.